Hey friends, it's me, Pastor Doug, with another word of encouragement for the day for today, Monday, December 20th. And this week, we're going to be reading through Luke's account of the nativity or the birth story of Jesus the Christ. And today, I want to read from Luke chapter 2, verses 4 through 7. We read this. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. Remember that the governor had required everyone to go back to their hometowns to register for a census, which is why Joseph and Mary had to return to Joseph's hometown of Bethlehem. He, Joseph, went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. Now, friends, many of us are very familiar with this story. It's been romanticized in church services, in sermons, in Christmas carols, in nativity sets, in movies. And in all of those places, this is retold as a really beautiful evening. And I think in a lot of ways it was. But think about it from the perspective of Mary. Here she is, 9 months pregnant, ready to have the baby at any point. She's a young mother. She's scared of giving birth for the first time. And now she's got to travel away from home, away from her family. She's got to travel to another city where she doesn't really know very many people, if anyone at all. In fact, by the time they get there, there's no place for them to stay. There's no warm bed for them to lie in, right? She has to give birth in this sort of stable environment outside of the home. The baby ends up being laid in a manger, which was a feeding trough for animals, right? So nothing about this evening probably went the way that she had hoped or the way that she expected. And I can't help but wonder, is it possible that God does some of his best work in the middle of our most difficult circumstances? Think about Mary's circumstances, right? I mean, this is difficult. All the things that she's had to go through up to this point, and now she's finally ready to give birth, and she's not in her hometown. She's not with her family. She's out in a stable. She's laying this baby in a feeding trough. There's no guest room available for them. I mean, nothing about this is ideal, and yet God was doing something beautiful and profound and world-changing in this moment. And I just have to wonder, is it possible that God still does some of his most beautiful, powerful, miraculous work in the middle of our darkest, most difficult circumstances? Friends, may God continue to do what only he can do in the middle of your most difficult circumstances as we keep our eyes fixed, not on an infant named Jesus, but on a Savior named Jesus. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.